Hello, YouTube. I'm going to give it a hot second just to let it catch up to life. Anyway, hi, everybody. How are you? I think we should probably be up and going by now, but we will double check. I think, let's see. Anyway, hi, everybody. How are you? So yeah, it's reading sprints. It's Monday, time for reading sprints. I have had a bananas day and I didn't get to time at all to put out the link anywhere. So we're just kind of going with whoever is around. Ah, it's a long story with work, but basically, like our email server, like the company that is our email server, like hosts our email, had like a catastrophic failure. So we haven't had access to email since Thursday night. Like 90% of my job is email. So it's been kind of a shit show for several days, but I'm getting through it. I'm having a good hair day, so there's that. And I'm going to just start drinking straight out the bottle because that's my day, everybody. How are you? Anyway, yes, reading sprints for tonight. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Anyway, oh, Blood Mercy. Okay, very cool. Very sleepy here. I also got my fourth COVID shot, like my second booster. So like my armpit's all swollen. Does that happen to anybody else, or is it just me? Like I get a swollen armpit from it. Just me. Am I lucky? But it makes my armpit all swollen, which is unfortunate. Hey, how are you? How are you doing? I know you were going through some rough stuff. We're all like in it right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just the end of the year. So like 2022 is just trying to get in all its like final dick punches it needs to get in before the end of the year. I don't know. It's a bonkers time of life. Hey, how are you? Okay, so today I'm going to be reading, like, really, I should be editing my video that's supposed to go up Wednesday because I haven't. There's that too, but I'm going to read instead because I need a break from doing things. So I'm reading You Only Live Twice by Ian Fleming. So I'm continuing on my James Bond adventure. And this is book 12 of 14. So I'm almost done with the original series. I'm only like 40 pages in, so I'm not too far into it. This, at least the movie version, is one of those yikes. It's a yikes movie of the era. It's a Sean Connery film, and they give him procedures to make him look Japanese. Like the cringe and the yikes. And mind you, they didn't even do a good job of making him look Japanese. He just looks like they basically just gave him bushy eyebrows and they said, all right, there you go. And he's anyway, that's a yikes movie of the era and of now. So I don't know how the book is going to go, if that also happens in the book or not. He just got on the plane going to Japan. So far there hasn't been as many yikes yet. But I'm like cautious right now. Let's see. Yeah, all the like the lymph nodes in my underarm get so puffy when I have like a booster shot. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Girl, same. It's not hard to do. Just be open. I'm the same way. Well, good. Yes. Winning. I love that. I'm sending you like sassy snaps. I love that it went well for you. But yeah, that's a rough time. Hello. Thank you for coming and hanging out for a little bit. Yeah, I didn't like promote this anywhere because like I didn't even make the link until like 4:30 when I got off work. Yeah, so everyone who wasn't here in the beginning, I've just been having work's just been kind of a shit show. And it's not like anyone's doing it to me. It's just like things that are out of our control because our email server host had a catastrophic failure. So we haven't had like email since Thursday. So just a shit show in general. But I got my wine. I'm drinking right out of the bottle. And I'm having a good hair day, surprisingly. So, like, not all is lost. Let's see. Zardos. I have not seen Zardos. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like I haven't watched a ton of Sean Connery films outside of like, the main ones, like all of the James Bond and like Highlander and The Rock. Those are the only ones I can think of that I've really like actively sought out. Although like low key fan theory is The Rock is related to the James Bond series. Like he was the original James Bond and then got caught and then like this is him in the future. Like have everyone heard that theory that The Rock, Sean Connery's playing James Bond in it? Because it actually makes a lot of sense. So I'm just choosing to believe that's what they were doing. Hidden Pictures. Okay. Just finished. Are you starting something new? The Nightmare. Okay, by Regine Abel. Girl, same. I've also been in such a slump. Like the end of November, I kind of got myself out of it a bit. Like I read like 3 different books in 3 different days. Like I just read a book a day and just kind of like for hours just read. So like I went from like nothing to like all of the things and then burnt myself out again. So I haven't read in like 4 days. I'm already behind. I'm so far behind. It's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, so we're going to Google this. Let me see Zardos. Zardos, 1974 film. Images. Oh my! Okay. Okay. You know what? We're going to go ahead and share the screen for this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. I got to hit the right button. That would be helpful, huh? Okay. So this is Zardos. Holy moly. That is quite the outfit. I love that. I will never unsee it, Beth. Anyways, we're gonna stop that for now, but I figured I needed to share with the class. The Secret History of Twin Peaks. Okay, nice. Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Oh, I haven't read Jennifer Lynn Barnes in like a while. I read what was it called? It's an old series of hers called The Naturals. I read it years and years and years ago when it came out, but I very much enjoyed it. It's kind of like YA Criminal Minds, if that's like a genre. The Mistletoe Bat. Okay, love that. Yeah, wow. Zardos. We all just saw that together. Anyway, on that note, yeah, I'm gonna get I don't know. I might try to read the whole thing tonight. Like I'm not gonna do the whole book on reading sprints because I forgot to feed myself again today because I've been so busy. So I'm gonna drink my dinner. Woo! Anyway, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering, I'm having a Framingham Sauvignon Blanc. This is from Marlborough, New Zealand. If you want like a really punchy Sauvignon Blanc, go for like a New Zealand variety because they just taste so different than a lot of other ones. Personally, I like a Sauvignon Blanc. They're a bit of an acquired taste sometimes, especially if you're going with like a New Zealand one, which are like real punchy in your face. They're very aromatic. They're very flavor packed. It's a lot. The French version of Sauvignon Blancs usually are a bit more delicate. So this is too flavorful. The French version is much more delicate. American versions depends where you're getting it from, I would say. California ones, I mean, technically this isn't supposed to have malolactic fermentation, which is that thing that makes wine taste like butter. But I feel like a lot of California wines do it anyways, so it tastes like butter still, and I'm like not into it. There you go. I said what I said. My beef with California wine is that they all taste like butter. They're so mallow. Even the reds. I mean, all red wine has malolactic fermentation in it from anywhere in the world. It's just part of the winemaking process, but you usually don't taste it. But like I can still taste it in California wines. They all taste like butter to me, and I'm like not vibing with them. The only ones I kind of like, they're like Central Coast Pinot Noir, usually kind of doesn't get that butter taste. Like they're pretty good. So if you're looking for like a Pinot Noir, Central Coast, like Monterey area, Santa Rita Hills, that's like kind of a good region for it. But really, just go ahead and get it from Oregon because that's beautiful quality. Like the Willamette Valley in Oregon has really, really lovely Pinot Noir. It's a very similar climate to France and Burgundy, where they grow it the most. So it's a very similar quality. They're lovely. Anyway, that's my wine talk for the evening. Why not? Exactly. So many women have worn that like as an action outfit. So I'm fully for that. It's just like that is a red leather diaper with suspenders. Ah, the book eaters after oh, I love cat cuddles. I wish I loved them more. Well, I love cat cuddles, but I am allergic to cats. I have a cat. I'm allergic to him. Final installment, the Inheritance Games. Okay. Like I like the Natural series, which is also, murder mysteries. So I mean, I haven't read anything else by her, but I feel like it'd probably still be good. She's only gotten better at mysteries, I would assume. Anyway, let's get some reading done. Another vote for Booker Eaters that it's supposed to be good. Love that. But yeah, let's get some reading done. Let's do a sprint. Why not? And we'll meet back up and chit chat some more. So let's go ahead and do a 30. I have my duck man because that's my thing now. So let's go duck man. Okay. And 30 minutes and go. Hi, everybody. It is officially our end of our first sprint. So, how did it go? I read a fair amount. I am on page 97. So, like, a good, like 55 pages, I think. Like, oh man, I knocked a lot more out than I thought. So, yeah, but about that far in. It's not super long of a book. Let me see. It's like 274 pages. So far so good. Uh, that's how I feel about things. There's some funny stuff. Like Ian Fleming does get funny on occasion. He's kind of sardonic in his like humor. But that being said, he's also quite offensive to a lot of people. Um like I don't know. He's not being offensive to like the one Japanese character in the book, I would say. His name is Tiger Tanata, and he's written really well. It's all of the white guys around being dickbags. Yikes. Ah! So, I mean, there's always a yikes factor in most Ian Fleming books. He was a middle-aged white man in the 50s from England. Like, what are you expecting? I would expect him to be better, hopefully, but he writes books about an assassin, so expecting him to be, real woke might be too much to ask. But so far, we're just getting into what's going on. And then there's like a bad guy who moved to Japan who's like from Switzerland, and he built like this garden of death. He imported all of these really highly toxic plants. And Tiger's like, this guy's up to no good, James. You need to go stick your nose over there and figure out what the fuck he's doing. That's kind of where I am with it. There's been some interesting things about James in general. This is the next book after Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is a big deal in James's storyline, I would say. I mean, the books have been out for a while. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling things, but there's a movie version already. It's kind of on you guys if you haven't read or seen it. But Her Majesty's Secret Service, James Bond actually does get married to a woman named Tracy. He falls in love, gets married, and she gets killed like immediately right after the wedding ceremony. And it was by Blofeld, his big villain. And so James is not doing well. This book starts about 8 months after Tracy's death, and he's not doing great. Obviously, for good reason. He's not doing well mentally. So it's a lot of him trying to find his way back to being a super spy, etc., while also kind of dealing with his grief by not dealing with his grief. There's a lot going on here. So there are like good aspects of the story. I do like how he tells James's like emotional development as a character, even though James isn't always the best person. So there we go. That's where we are with it. But anyway, let's see where we were. Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming and hanging out. And hello, thank you for coming and hanging out too. Puppy Chaos. Love that. Ooh, Crown of Midnight. Okay. I think Crown of Midnight might be my least favorite book in the Throne of Glass series, surprisingly. It's just like, why? But my favorite book is Empire of Storms. So I hope you're enjoying. Hey, Makeda, how are you? Puppy Chaos. That explains it. Yes. Oh, okay. 17 to 22. Love that. Fair. Well, we're going to do at least one more sprint, so hopefully that will change. Hey, how are you? I'm glad that you could come and stop by for a hot second. We're gonna at least do one more sprint tonight, and I haven't really eaten a lot of food today. I ate breakfast. I did eat breakfast. So like I haven't eaten since like 9 AM. So it's been a minute since I ate anything, but I did have a breakfast burrito. Like, I made breakfast burritos yesterday and I had leftovers, so it was kind of like a leftover breakfast burrito, but it was delish. Ooh, okay, a fantasy book that's spicy? Okay, here's the thing though, like, a lot of my favorite fantasy romances are usually a bit of a slower burn. Um, Sometimes they don't have sex in book 1, but then book 2 on, like, they bang a lot. So, I'll think, but off the top of my head, a really fun one was the Kingmaker Chronicles or trilogy by Amanda Boucher. I think the first one is called Heart on Fire. I can look it up. Yeah, Heart on Fire, I think, is the first book of that series. Yes. It is, I think, right? That's the first book, right? Am I crazy? Whatever. I'm gonna say it's Heart on Fire. Is that series? No, that's the third one. I'm crazy. Let me see what the first book is called. A Promise of Fire. Okay, so fire in general, but that is fantasy romance. It's like the Greek gods and a whole thing. So that one was pretty fun. There's a lot more like contemporary fantasies that I could recommend, but let me know what you're looking for because it's kind of hard to find like a spicy one right away. Oh, or Katie Robert just wrote this Dark Olympus series that's spicy right away. What was the first one called? Shoot. Neon Gods. So there's that series as well. I just did 2 Greek gods one. There's more, but yeah, in the comments, if you guys got one, put them in. Well, I've read 0. I want to read some holiday stuff, but I haven't got to it yet. Melissa, hello, my dear. How are you? Yay. Okay, well those are just 2 options. I mean, anything by Alona Andrews is great, but like it takes a minute to get spicy, but then it'll get spicy. I don't know. It's a grower, not a shower. I've been drinking. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to like pick a fantasy romance because mainly the most like paranormal romances I read are like not necessarily like a fantasy story. They're more like I don't know, like contemporary fantasy or paranormal romance. Like all paranormal fantasy, all paranormal romance is fantasy, but not all fantasy is paranormal romance. That kind of vibe. Paranormal romances though, like if you want like vampires and werewolves, oh my. Kresley Cole's a good option. The Immortals After Dark series, great. If you like Grey's Anatomy but thought it'd be better with demons, Larissa Ione has a good series. Cheryl and Kenyon has a good series. Those are like vampires and werewolves, but also the Greek gods involved. Those are all like good options. I think the Cheryl and Kenyon's series, the Dark Hunter series, has like 20 something books in it. So like that's an undertaking, but there's plenty to choose from. I haven't read any Christmas novellas this year. I have a few Christmas books on deck. Oh yeah, the Midnight Braid series. Girl, like I haven't heard enough people talking about that one. I haven't read it in a while either. Who writes that again? Lara Adrian. Okay, so Midnight Breed by Lara Adrian. They're vampires who are also aliens. And then there's like Atlantis gets mixed in. It's like a whole thing. But those ones, the first book isn't as spicy as I would want it to be, but it gets spicier from there. Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn. If You Give a Jerk a Gingerbread by Jane Aston. Okay, so there's a couple. Oh, okay. Yeah, by Nalini Singh. I haven't gone very far in that series. I've read like the first 3 books like several years ago, but it's very well beloved. And I do think it gets pretty spicy, at least in the book 1. It takes a minute because I believe like the female lead is a Psy, and basically they're told to not feel any emotions, including desire. So it takes her a minute to like warm up, but it gets spicy. I think her love interest is like a werecat. Not like a house cat, but like a big cat. So there's a lot of like licking involved. So that one's also a good choice. I haven't read enough of it to like be an expert. But yeah, that one's also a good choice. Okay, Jessamine Rue's retellings. Okay. There you go. Everyone has a different spice level. I haven't read those, but like good options. I know for Christmas novellas, I don't know if all these are novellas, but I think they're fairly short novels in general. There's a series, it's called The 12 Dukes of Christmas by Erica Ridley. I've been wanting to read some of these. They seem really fun, and I don't know, Erica Ridley books are usually fairly short, and they're always like really diverse. She brings in a lot of different kinds of people and sexualities in her books as well. So like love that. They're historical, but they're not all like cis white straight people. You know, they're like a diversity here. So I also like those quite a bit. I mean, in general, I haven't read the 12 Dukes of Christmas, but I know that's her Christmas series, and that one I'm expecting to be good because I like other things by Erica Ridley. The Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. Yeah, that has a long back. I think there's at least 20 books in it. It's a long one. It's a long series. Yeah, Christmas Dukes. They're fun, and I think they're relatively short. I know like the first book, I have it like in my Kindle because I think it was on sale for like 99 cents. So I was like, oh, for $1, I'll buy a book. I'm gonna find some time to read it this December, but like I'm also dealing with reading slumps and like being behind at work because I can't do my work because I have no email because our server had a catastrophic failure. So I'm drinking out of the bottle today. Mm. But anyway, my man, the boyfriend, he offered to make dinner, which I am appreciative of. I gave him he asked me what I wanted, so I gave him something simple. So I think he'll do a good job. And I told him where all the stuff is. So I think he's gonna make dinner. Fingers crossed. Dollar books. Yes, I love a dollar book. I love a bargain. Oh, okay. So 12 Dukes of Christmas. So I will tell you shortly. I'm in the series. I think the first book is Once Upon a Duke. And it should be fairly short. Let me see how many pages it is if it shows it here. Yeah, it's 212 pages in the Kindle edition. So I think that counts as a novella. That's like a short novel, you know? Like I think it counts. It's fairly short. It's like 200 pages. You could read that in a day if you really like push it. So yeah, Once Upon a Duke by Erica Ridley. Those are pretty fun usually. I have a good time with her stuff. I like that. It came out fairly recently, 2018. So it's not like a very old historical romance, which are questionable and like their consent issues. This one is a relatively new one, and I trust Erica Ridley to write something good. So I have that one. Hopefully, I'll read it this month. I'm also going to read A Very Merry Bromance by Lyssa Kay Adams, and I'm going to be reading A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. And I didn't want to just do Christmas, so I have the Matzo Ball by Gene Meltzer. So I'm going to do a Hanukkah-based romance, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's going to be really fun. I'm excited. But yeah, I just have a lot of things related to work going on right now, so it's been hard to find time to read because I finish work after like really working hard for like 8 hours, and then I just want to lay in like curl up into a fetal position ball and just like stare at TV and watch nonsense. So that's kind of where I am. Oh shit, it's free on Kindle right now. Is even less. Okay, so the first book of these 12 Dukes of Christmas, Once Upon a Duke by Erica Ridley, is apparently free right now. So if you guys need a short Christmas jaunt, this might be a good one for you. There you go. Oh, you just started the matzo ball? How is it? I'm going to be reading it. I'm going to do it. I just haven't done it yet. But I hope it's good. That one seems really kind of fun. It's like classic rom-com tropes, and I'm like loving it. Very obsessed with it. Also, has anyone started holiday decorating? I did mine this past weekend since I got my like 4th COVID shot, my bivalent booster. I finally got it. I just kind of stayed home and dicked around the house because I didn't feel like top notch. Like I was tired, but like I felt fine. Like I wasn't like really having side effects. It's just that my armpit gets swollen and it annoys me. So far so good. But I just decorated my tree and put up all of my Christmas decorations. And I don't know about anyone else, but like I was really feeling like cheesy Christmas this year. Anybody else? Like I wanted the cheesiest Christmas decorations I could find. Like neon green and like red, like those like the bright cheesy like garlands and stuff. Like I wanted that. I wanted dollar store garden like garlands. Anybody else? Like I'm like way into cheesy Christmas this year. So I decorated. Oh no, I'm so sad. I mean, I'm like, I don't know, I'm barely a Jew. Like, I'm like a quarter Jewish. And like I have memories of like lighting the menorah as like a little bitty kid, but like not enough to like claim it as part of my culture. But like technically I'm part of the club. But more like East Coast Jew still, like Boston. Like my grandpa was from Boston. So coming over from there. But yeah, little bit Jewish. But I wish I knew more about the cultural traditions because I just remember from when I was a little kid and obsessed with fire because I'm a little kid and I was like, grandpa, what if we light all of the candles on the menorah every night? And he's like, well, that's not how you do it. And I was like, but grandpa, we could do it. I remember very specifically this conversation. And he was just like, fine. Like he let me light all of the candles every night because I was like, we should have more fire. So it's like a fun holiday memory I have with my grandpa, but like I wish I knew more of like the technical traditions. I just have like basics. But that was like a really fun little Christmas tradition. And I still have it. I think it's in my garage. I don't have it out. I wish I did. I need to find it, but it's like this brass menorah from like the 60s. I should find it. It's in my garage. I know I own it. I just don't have it out. Oh, kitties. I love that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna listen on audio and I have like the regular one. Yes. I mean, he let me play with fire. He was supervising my fire playing, but like he was like it's not worth fighting over. I remember how his face looked as an adult. Like as a child, I didn't think about it, but as an adult, I realized his face is just like, all right, fine. Just exasperated. I know. I'm like, "We could have all of the fire all the time, grandpa." Like, "Do you know?" Like, I thought, like, I had invented something really cool. But, yeah, so that's, like, my one memory. Besides, like, him making, he would make corned beef. I don't know if that's necessarily, like, a Jewish tradition, but he made the best corned beef. I don't eat it. I don't eat meat anymore, but as a child, oh my gosh, I would gobble it up. He would make it around, like, Hanukkah time. He made this corned beef and it was so good. And he made the latkes and stuff, like, he would cook, but, they were so good, and I haven't had it in a while 'cause, he passed when I was, like, 10, so it's been a minute since he's been around, but, I have all these, like, wonderful memories. I know. Here's the thing, I was a very bold child, and I feel like I'm a very bold adult. Like, got into mischief on the regular. So, yeah, it was either go along with it or just, like, have disaster strike, so anyway, thank you. Yeah, I love those memories, so I'm getting, like, wistful, I guess, in the evening. Also, I've been drinking, so that might be, adding to my wistfulness, but, let's do at least one more sprint for the night, and then I'm gonna eat some food because I have been drinking on an empty stomach. Alright, so let's do one more sprint. I'm excited about it. I got my duck man ready to go. Hold on. There we go. I have to push the right buttons and stuff. Okay, so one more sprints, and then we'll chit chat and we'll kind of close it out for the evening. All right, everybody, 30 minutes and a go. All right, everybody. So that was our second 30-minute sprint. Felt good about it. I think we're just gonna do two. Mind you, I have been drinking. So I think that's gonna be all of the reading sprints I'm doing tonight. I am on page 156. So far so good. I'm a little bit over halfway through You Only Live Twice by Ian Fleming. They're finally getting into the meat and potatoes of this story where he has to go after this Swiss guy who bought an island in Japan and like imported all these poisonous plants. Like he's finally on the case. It's taken a minute to get there. But anyway, yes, we had our duck waddling about. Cassie, I know it's kind of my fault, I'm thinking, because I just didn't make like the live show until like 4:30 when I got off work because I have been so busy. It's been a whole thing. Hence, this is almost empty. I drank like half this bottle today. It's probably not the best to do on an empty stomach, but I'm having a great time. So whatever, I'm not like I could suck it up and be a sober-ish person, but like why bother? Okay, so I'm sorry everybody. Like it's my fault. I should have made this earlier than I did. I just I've had a long day. Finish a book I abandoned and forgot about earlier this year. Okay. Which book is it? I'm glad you're finally, catching up on something you like put down earlier in the year. Thank you. My boyfriend offered to cook dinner. I told him where all the things are. So I'm just gonna let him cook it. And we'll see how it goes. Not that he's like a bad cook or he's bad at things. I just I don't know, maybe a control freak and I like cooking for everybody because I need it. I need everyone to praise my cooking being good. It's not something I'm proud of myself for, but like it's just a thing. I need people to say I cook well. It's my own thing. Mm. Oh no, I hate that for you. I hope he gets fixed. Yeah, love that. I barely know how to knit. I'm glad that you are better probably than I am. I know how to knit like on a loom, which is like cheater knitting, but I could do that. So I have something. Good job. Another 15 pages read. I know you were super busy. Have you written anything else in our Hitman Priest Zombie Hunter story? No pressure. I know you're busy with other things. So, but yes, You Only Live Twice. I read a fair amount of it today. I feel pretty good. I'm gonna eat some dinner, and I'm probably gonna finish the book tonight just to like have it be done. It's not so long. How long was it again? I don't remember the words I said in my life. It's 274 pages. It's fairly short. I think I'm just gonna finish it tonight. I'll read the rest of it. It's like a little bit over 100 pages left. Like I'll knock this out. Let's see. 30 pages. Love that. Good job. Late. Oh, okay. So this is the one you put down and you're restarting, or not restarting, but continuing on with. So Late Migrations by Margaret Renkill. It's about nature, climate change, family, morality, and the beauty of life, and also the ubiquity of death. Kind of poetic writing and nature illustrations. Love that. I can crochet but not knit. Okay, I have not even tried to crochet, so you're beating me on that. It's so many knots that I can't like function. 35, love that. Okay, I can only cheat or knit. Like I'm not good at either. So you guys are all way more talented than I am. Love that. No pressure, not trying to force it, but like, this is our thing. We've been writing this as a kind of a group. Well, you've been writing it, but at least I've been throwing ideas at you. anyways, yeah. So we did a good hour of reading together tonight. I feel good about it. I meant to read this last week and have it done, and I didn't do it. I took like a 4-day reading break because I just couldn't function. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still behind. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna read this all tonight, and I'll read some holiday stuff to get more in the spirit. I decorated, so I'm kind of getting into like holiday spirit, but I could get more into holiday spirit. That's about where I am in life. I still work has just been crazy because like our email server catastrophically failed. So there's all of that shit show. Plus, not that anyone cares, but my job, we're having a retreat, a company retreat for 2 days coming up soon next week that I have been scheduling everything for. So that will be fun. A 2-day retreat because we're all remote. So it's like the first time the whole company's in one location because we're kind of all spread out. I mean, most of us are in the Los Angeles area, but like some of us are not. So it's our first time all together in one spot. So it's going to be kind of fun. And yeah, I just got like a lot of things to do. On that note, let's see. Okay. Yeah, on that note, I think I'm gonna go eat because I can smell food in the kitchen. I don't know how well it's going, but I smell cooking happening, and the boyfriend has, like, I asked him to do it, and he's doing it, so I love him. He's a great guy. He's making dinner for everybody, but, let's just finish this off. Mm-mm. Got a little bit more, but I can't chug wine. I refuse. One more sip. Woo! I refuse to chug. Like it will hurt my soul. But anyway, this is gone. I started it yesterday. So like I didn't drink the whole bottle. Like I'm not like a complete lunatic. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I appreciate all of you. I still need to edit my video for Wednesday. It haven't happened yet. I know I'm behind on life and everything. So there will be a video Wednesday. There will be a video on Saturday. I'll be back next Monday with more reading sprints and we can all hang out again. But yeah, Wednesday will be a video. Saturday is my it's another Anne Rice video for Vittorio the Vampire. So that is coming. That's a lot of editing to do as well. So we'll work it out. It's going to come when it comes. Anyway, thank you. I have the utmost confidence in him. I didn't give him something hard to do. Not that he's a bad cook. I'm just like particular. So it's my own problem, but I'm sure he's going to do a great job. But anyway, thank you for coming and hanging out, everybody. I appreciated it greatly. And I will be back Wednesday and Saturday videos. Next Monday, more reading sprints. And hopefully I will like announce it earlier than I did today because yeah, I was just a hot mess. But anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out, and I will see you guys in just a couple days for a video. All right, everybody. Goodbye.